Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is for you. I'm Cyclone. It's time for more Let's Play Train Simulator Classic. Well, we're going to do the fifth scenario today. Again, I lost the recording of this one. In fact, it happened twice because I went to publish a scenario, and it turns out that the recording where I finished was not kept. One where I didn't finish showed up, but that's basically what I found. So we're going to do it again. You may notice I sound a little different. We'll talk about that a little bit later as we get going. But in the meantime, dash 8 yard work is the scenario we're going to be doing today. Let's get going. A quick 20-minute scenario here. It is a busy morning at Hialeah Yard, and you have a shipment to Hull North, which has not yet been assembled. With the yard switcher currently in the engine shop, you will need to bring the two halves of the order together yourself. I betcha those cars behind us started off. Let's get the train moved into some kind of setup immediately. I got everything on. The first part consists of the box cars immediately behind you. Couple them to the rear of your engines. Already started. And there is the HUD to show you I didn't actually put the throttle on. I thought I did, but I didn't. It happens. Okay, so I'm up to about 4 miles an hour. That should be enough for this purpose, I would think. I'm not even going to use the brakes. I'm just going to go ahead and throttle forward when I get close enough. And that'll work as a brake for me because I think it's more reliable. Believe it or not, that's more reliable than the actual brake on this thing. Even if it's not normal or right for me to do that, and I would get fired for doing that, it actually is more reliable. See? I'm already going forward. What's the problem? Great. The last part of the order will be more boxcars. They are located in Hialeah Yard 10 and need to be added to the rear of your train. And we're going to look at the side of the train in a moment to get a nice look at what we're driving today, which is only going to be for about 15-20 minutes or so. Big deal. So let's go ahead and make sure our switches up ahead are set. We need to go to Hialeah Yard 10, which means we're going to need this. And this for yard entry. We're going to need this to get out, but we're going to need to then change it over here once we're ready to move over to the other yard. We're still all the way back here. So we're going to keep an eye on that switch in a moment. In the meantime, let's get a look at what we're driving today, because we have an actually, you know what? He's going to block it, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to block it. So we'll take a look at that in a second. So you might notice that I'm sounding a little different today. The reason for that is because I decided to play around with my microphone setup after people have said that I was too quiet. And it took me a while to get around to doing that, but finally decided, oh, for goodness sake, what is with that? That happens every time we go over that piece of track. In any case, that... I decided to do that for the holiday scenarios, and I was planning to actually debut the new mic setup with the holiday scenarios, and then I realized, A, I didn't record the week before the holidays, and B, I didn't have a finished copy, where I finished the scenario available for some reason. I recorded the first time that you saw I recorded the other scenario, and I had to redo that one as well, but I had the problem with where I had recorded. And then with the second attempt at this one, somehow the run where I completed the scenario did not record. I had one or two where I didn't complete the scenario because something stupid happened, but the ones where I completed the scenario, they somehow didn't make it on. So I don't have any available copy of this scenario being completed right now, and I'm publishing this thing for you today. So I had no choice but to debut a new mic setup today. I hope you like it. You're going to notice that the engine sounds and all the other sounds in the game are louder. You're going to notice I'm louder, which is more important because I'm the narrator, obviously. And those kinds of things are going to be going forward in future videos. So there you go. Keep an eye on future videos, or keep an ear rather on future videos, because you're going to hear that I'm a little bit louder at this point. And it's going to be easier for you to hear me without having to adjust your volume. And I made my judgment based on listening to other YouTube videos which were extremely loud compared to me. And I have to agree with you, I was quiet. So we've turned the mic up, and we're going to try and do things louder now. So there is a water feature. That is our sign that we've gone far enough. So I'm going to go back to the back of the train here. And go slightly more. There we go. That's not where I want to go, actually. This is where I want to go. And that's where I'm going to back up. Whoops. Not like that, I'm not. So we're going to put the train into reverse, and we're going to start moving again. Maybe. Thank you. So as you notice, I'm trying to not use too much of the brakes here because there is an air brake on this train. And I actually did have another run where I actually was going to miss the station past a red signal because there wasn't enough power in the brakes. I used it 2 or 3 times in close succession, and the air was gone. So I had to redo it based on that run. Hey, highway here. We have a nice highway we're going to go under. Look at the highway, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, all the traffic. Ooh. While we're here, we're going to take a look at the train that we are actually driving today, which is all the way over here. So let's get rid of that signal. And there's our charge, CSX7720. Nice little thumbnail screenshot opportunity here. Let's get back to what we're doing at the back of the train. And we're going to worry about connecting our vehicles. So we're going to continue backwards. I know I'm saying that a lot, but that is all we're doing right now, going backwards. So I'm going to concentrate on what's happening back here. You can see the cars back further on the track there, maybe about a couple hundred feet away. So those are what we're connecting to. I'll use the brake to bring the speed down, but then I'm going to use my anti-air brake loss methods to finish the job. So a little brake on now, little brake on now, thank you. Don't stop, you stupid thing. What are you doing? Train slows down way too fast, I tell you. I don't understand. Now we need to get the throttle going forward so we can go ahead and stop this train. Thank you. See, it's a lot more reliable to do it that way, isn't it? It really is. It really is more reliable. I don't want to surge forward. That'll do. Thank you. I'm early. That's the Silver Star service. Good job. All freight cars are successfully coupled. Head to High Lane Departure North 3 where the train will be checked over. Yep, roger. We're on our way there now. We're going to bring the throttle down so we don't speed. So I'm going to have lots of time to get this train up where it should be because I'm following him. That Silver Star has to go before I do. So it looks like a very nice cushy timetable, the 8:24. That's the arrival time of High Lane Departure, but what would otherwise be a very good cushy 8:30 at Opelika, we're going to have a problem with that because we have to wait for Silver Star. He's going to make the timing much tighter than it really needs to be, and I'm not a fan of that, to be honest with you. So that's who we're waiting for. Right there. There he is again. Now, based on the other times I've done this, I was early this time because I am usually not following him right out of the yard like this. So I am most definitely going to have a red signal up ahead. The stop at High Lane Departure is necessary anyway, but I most definitely have a red signal I'm going to be waiting at for a little while. So I might be doing some skippage depending how long it takes. I'll have to get you a screenshot when we get to a train that goes by around that signal. But keep in mind, our signal will be waiting for him, not for the train coming in the other direction. It'll be waiting for him. Bring ourselves back up to 15, as you can see. We're now entering the yard. We can stop any time, and we're going to be inspected with X-ray vision somehow. I don't know how that's going to happen. So, continuing to the front of the yard. I just acquired an achievement somehow. I wasn't expecting an achievement here, but apparently I just got the more clock watching or something like that. I guess that's a reward for driving this train enough. I'm guessing. I'll hopefully find out at the end of the scenario if I get to finish this and show you. But, yeah, I believe it's a reward for driving this train because it happened mid-operation. So, You could also be rewarded for driving a certain number of miles on this route. I'm not sure which. Could be the 500-mile achievement or whatever it is that the amount of distance is. We'll find out. So 8:25 is our stop time. We're going to get to the signal. I was not expecting this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to the signal before we have to stop. We're getting very close to the signal. This is our inspector right here. There you go. Let's take another quick peek at the train here. I'm not going to get a screenshot here, but we're just going to take a quick peek outside to get a look at the inspector. Here he is. He is going to look over our train from over there. How's the train look, dude? How's it look? How's she looking? Looking fine, isn't she? Yeah. Bet you want some of that train. You're given the all clear to proceed on the main line, and I know it's PG-13. I will keep that in mind. Thank you. PG-13. So, where are we going? We're going to Opa-locka. That's where we're going. We're waiting for him. We're going to be here for a while. We have to wait. So, our arrival time is apparently 8:30:04, which is not bad given we're not moving yet. Fantastic arrival time. And I'm going to go ahead and just take a look outside while we're waiting. Back with you in the cab. I do expect we're going to be able to go shortly, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of movement on the train right now in anticipation of the signal turning yellow or green for us. As soon as this train fully pulls in, we should be able to go. It's not him we're waiting for. It's just coincidental. That's that's what's going to happen. He's going to pull in. We're going to be able to go. So there's our green or yellow signal rather. The yellow because the train ahead of us is still in another signal block after Opa-locka. That's why we have a yellow. But we're going to be going straight to the station, so we can go all the way up to 20. The signal is at the end of the station platform, or after the station platform somewhere. So we can go at full speed. Full speed is acceptable for our purpose. We're going from a 20 into a 40, into a 45. I don't know if we're going to actually get up to the 45, but we might get up to 30, 35, 40 by the time we get to Opa-locka. I think we need to make our times, so we're going to have to try. You notice our ETA is getting later and later, which is worrying me. It is doable, but it is worrying me. Get that train forward, please. There we go, 40. Proceed. I'm gonna get to 45. There you go, guys. I'm gonna stop at 44 because I don't want to risk it downhill here. As we do, here's our real chance to get a look at our train today. So as we see car and other ads big in the background, here's what we're hauling today. I'll wait for the sign to go away. Just more ads. I guess we're gonna have ads wherever we are, right? Let's just Yeah, we're going to get ads wherever we go. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, here's what we're hauling. Forget it. We're just going to have ads. I hate ads. But there's what we're hauling, all these cars. So let's get ready to come to a stop at Opa-locka. I'm going to try to plan a 25% brake application. Try to plan it for hitting the platform. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. So we're going to do a 15% for right now. That should get me slowed down a little bit. And then a 28. Why 26? Why not? Let's see if I can stop on the platform. Doesn't matter where I stop on the platform, I just have to stop on the platform. I should be in here. There it is. That's the end of the scenario. Let's take a look. Well, it didn't say we had to be at the end of the platform. It just said we had to be at the platform. And since it was already 8:30, I couldn't really play with that timing on that anymore. I had to stop where I could. I'm technically already late, almost at the point of being late. So I had to stop right there. The line ahead is busy. For now, you have done all that is required. Scenario complete. So that's the end of the scenario. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. That timing was a little too tight. That one should have been 8:31 because of the red signal. But you know what? That's what we were given to work with. So I had to do what I could with what we had to work with. These kind of freight scenarios should not be this tight. Freight is a relatively relaxed scenario type. It should have had another minute on that timing. But what can you do? The other timers were fine. I forgot to show you the score, guys. So here's how the scenario goes out on timing, and there is the scoring. So with that said, I hope to see you next time for more scenario play, which will probably be the 801, because I've been wanting to show you the 801 for a little while. There's the achievement, by the way, Miami Clock Watching, which if I can bring that up quickly, that will tell me that, yeah, I've been playing the DLC for 5 hours. This is the DLC play achievement, the clock watching. Because, you know, it's watching the clock to see how much I've played the DLC. So, yeah, there you go. I'll see you next time, probably for the 801. The Miami scenarios will be completed. I'll probably play them in January. Publication date TBA. Because I have some other English stuff I want to show off as well. And besides the 801, which I might do next time. But if you're on the playlist, once those scenarios are on my channel, they will follow this one. So see you for those on the playlist if you are looking ahead. I'm not going to count down to it because it's not there yet. I know it's not there yet. But yeah, that's basically what we have to look forward to. I'll see you next time for some more English scenario driving. But in the meantime, have a wonderful day, evening, or night, whatever it is for you. You're part of the world. And again, like and subscribe if you want to see the content that comes up. Why wouldn't you? See you next time. Bye-bye.